Hello, everybody, and welcome to the stream. Let's see what the fuss is all about. This game, Aven Colony. I haven't played it, and I don't know what it is. It was just free on Steam, on Epic Store. The funny thing about that is that when stuff on Epic Store comes out for free, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not so good. But let's see how it goes, because one of the interesting things about this is that we recently played Age of Empires, which I don't think was that good in terms of audio, but it have some nice things going on in terms of gameplay and other things. Or if the mic just bumped, I just upped it. But Age of Empires wasn't that, like, audio-wise that good. It was a great game, but audio-wise, nah. But there are other games like these, like top-down, let's say, simulation, industrial, planning, manufacturing types of games, like Aven Colony, Build a Zoo, Sheltered. Sheltered's also from Team 17, who made Aven Colony. So let's see how this works, how they're solving certain issues, because one of the issues that Age of Empires had was that a lot of things seemed to be playing on every, like, structure you were placing, and everything didn't have specific loops or didn't have specific randomization or anything like that on them, which gave a lot of problems because you could actually get, well, we didn't get that while playing it, but it could seem pretty obvious that you could actually get phasing depending on when you actually place the structure, which was quite interesting. We could try and do that on purpose, but I don't even know if I'm going to stream that game any longer. But this is Aven Colony. I have no idea what it's about, but, well, something about city building. Let's see if we can find something interesting audio-wise. Currently, it has some quite epic music going on, which is okay, I guess. One of the things that's really annoying by a lot of these modern games is that whenever we leave the game window, the sound gets muted. I mean, it's a nice feature if you want to jump around between a lot of windows, but I really dislike the fact that there is no option for me to select if I want that to happen or not. Today we have Blueberry Soda with me to help me out. It's a nice little addition to my local store. Now let's get cracking, because I'm getting tired of waiting.
Welcome to the Aven Expedition. As the governor of humanity's first colony outside the solar system, it's no exaggeration to say that the future of human civilization is in your hands. We've been in orbit for 300 hours since reaching Aven Prime, so no doubt you've had plenty of time to review the mission briefing. You will be touching down on Vanar, which is the closest thing Aven Prime has to planet Earth. There's a great deal of plant life here, but don't be fooled. The atmosphere is primarily carbon dioxide, so we'll need to keep the colony hermetically sealed. We have a small settlement here, and you will assume command upon touchdown.
Why is it that what she's saying is not the same that's in the text?
Keep an eye out. Your mission coordinator will be Vori Markov. She and I will be monitoring your progress closely from
I
the...
get that. So, nice VO.
We've created this brief training exercise to introduce you to the colony governance system.
How this goes. Left click. Drag the window around. Move. Still, that's about. I didn't even do anything. Anyway. Starting to wonder. These are nice little UI sounds. They seem to function quite well for their purpose. Especially because I'm working on UI sounds. And I just clicked outside the window of the game. and the sound stops. That really bothers me. It could be a feature that every game should think about. Why is, like, do I really want that when I leave the game? Maybe I have other things. Maybe I'm streaming the game and I need it to work like that. Because when I enter my drawing program, I need to be able to do that. Anyway, let's see. Click on a building. Okay. Home. Fair enough. I mean, so far the UI seems pretty, like, it's nice to fit the environment, but I find it quite a little vague. It's like we've heard the same click sound quite often already here in the prologue. Open the Mines menu. This reminds me a lot about like surviving Mars, except for green terrain. What was that? That. We can actually hear Dragonfly here, but we can't click it. What about that? Anything? What was that bird sound we heard before? Where is that? I mean, sure, that's one of the problems with a lot of sounds that I've always been a spokesperson for. You don't necessarily need graphics to show a certain environment. So let's say you have birds all over a specific area of a game, which gives you the impression that it's populated by birds. There doesn't have to be birds in the sky, especially in a game like this, looking down, which is fine. But in this case, when all the birds are probably alien types, then there's no resemblance for the human ear to relate that sound to birds. So it seemingly just sounds like noise, like, oh, there's something tweeting over here on my right or left back when we heard them. We don't know what it is. So anyway, hey buddy, how's it going? Click the pause. Oh, it does actually change depending on what. It's randomized? No, not really. All right, that's nice, because as we talked about before, some of these sounds seems to be not randomized. And that was also a gigantic problem in Age of Empires, that it simply just wasn't randomized, which gave it a really boring texture when using all the UI stuff that was going on. Yes. Okay. But so far with the UI sounds, this is good. The music seems kind of chill. Welcome to the channel. If you're new to it, we are discussing. Actually, why does it? That's so wrong. God. Anyway, click on the tunnel. Hang on, buddy. I'll get to you. I do have the mentorship program still up for grabs. Over having it open for a couple of years now, and I did realize that one of the things that it does provide is that it's not a mentorship as in I give you a class and provide you with stuff that you need to do. It's more about I mentor you in whatever you need. So if you have any questions or you need advice, audio direction on a project, or you need something else like that, sure, we can like tailor it to what you need. But we did have some problems with people who signed up for the mentorship program who was literally expecting me to run it like a school, and I don't do that. I'm a really bad teacher in that regard. But I am, and it is open. Go take a look at it if you want. Some sign up so that the mentorship just runs for like a week, and then we just chat during that week. Then maybe they need one session. Some people sign up so it lasts for like 6 months because they need support, and so on and on and on. Buddy, you're more than welcome to go check it out. It is open, so if you have anything you need help with, let me know. Sorry. Very really good. Looks kind of radiant. One of the things that we discovered during Age of Empires and some other games that we've been playing is that some games sound, not necessarily in Age of Empires, but some games sound really bad if we turn the music off. Simply, it seems like that a lot of these games are mixed only with the music in mind. Or like with the complete soundscape in mind, I mean. So music and soundscape combined. But if you remove the music, some games have this weird silence between all of the sounds because it's like expected to have the music on. I would advocate for the fact that if you turn the music off, the mix of the whole soundscape should actually be different. So if you're running middleware or anything like that, really should be some sort of measuring between meters and like music should dampen stuff and just keep track of it. Yeah, population.
Hello. Morning.
Someone's talking. Saying stuff. We can't see any people. Oh, here we go.
What's up?
Hola.
Sometimes I really miss my relatives from back on Earth, and then I remember my in-laws, and suddenly I don't miss them anymore.
Right. So who are these?
What can I do for you, Governor?
Hey, Governor, just wanted to let you know I'm happy to be here.
What can I do for you, Governor? Happy to be here on Aven.
Hey, what's up,
Oh,
boss?
they do have individual voices. Like we were talking about before, sounds that are inside the sound, like totally diegetic stuff, and then let's call it out of frame diegetic. Like, I know that's like from a academic humanities perspective, academic theory thing. That is still diegetic, but it's out of frame, so it's acousmatized whenever it comes into frame or out of frame, etc. But
Needs to fix the ration pack vending machine in my residence.
I'm starting to like, maybe we could call it not when it gets acousmatized, but stuff that's out of frame diegetic, especially in video games. You really need to make sure that stuff that isn't important for your current view just stays the hell out of your mix, unless it really fits and doesn't clog the soundscape at all.
I know, they say the gravity here is lower than on Earth, but I'm telling you it doesn't.
Like all these people talking.
I don't know, maybe Maybe I put on some weight in cryostasis or something.
Oh, let's try something here. We can hear what they're saying. Maybe they're talking about, I don't know.
Somebody really needs to fix the ration pack vending machine at my residence. Hi there.
Hey, what's up?
Also, I'm wondering why this loop here of this machine here actually could use my fin here. It's vaguely to the left now.
I know they say that gravity is lower here than on Earth.
Attenuation on this mine is like really long. And clearly starts panning here. Oh, okay, so it doesn't have like a spread thing that early in the process. But it's nice that it does have a long attenuation, maybe because there's a point to it. To me, it seems kind of weird. Why can I hear it when I'm down here, not looking at it? Should have been more muffled out. Zoom out. Satellite mode. Right. Out from satellite. Even greater. And zoom further out. Eventually, the planet just looks like an atom or something. Familiar with the basics? Yes, yes.
We've created this training exercise to introduce you to some of the advanced
Really like the
concepts
VO
in
though.
colony management.
X. Ash. Ash. Come on. Fill a tunnel. Wait for the jumps. Okay, let's hear this construction here.
Hey, what's up?
Hi there.
I mean, sure, maybe the game isn't necessarily made for us to sit here and decipher really hardcore how it zooms in and out and how it sounds when we zoom in and out, but notice how the iron mine, the iron mine here is super really loud quite fast. But anyway, that one is super loud, but these drones here,
Somebody really needs to fix the ration pack
when they move in and out of this drone thing here, it was like they were silent when they were going back in. So why isn't there a sound on that when there's sound on everything? You should totally, out of respect for the sound designers, get back. The music is nice. Open the farm. The farm. Alright. Locked. Corn crop. I'm getting the impression that the UI is a little too monotonous for long-term gameplay. Hey, Emin. How's it going? Now that we've built it. Briefcase, there we go. What do we for priority? I just crowded. Hill. Oh, two UI sounds on top of each other. Odd. Oh. Finally,
Welcome to your new colony.
actually getting to
Commissioner
play.
Veronica is eager to see how you can grow this small settlement on Aven Prime. Here is your first objective.
I mean, I like the VO. It seems like they're very subtle and very straightforward, like down to earth, nice people talking to you. Nice, because there are other games where it really seems like it's like they're talking to the microphone and not to the player. Poor VO direction is quite a thing. So this is build a water pump. Localized sounds of that. Let's try with. Here have local. What about just? Oh. What about all these birds? If we zoom in and actually can't see the birds, that was what we were talking about at the beginning of this whole stream, that if you're not familiar with that type of bird, then this doesn't really resemble a bird, so our human ear just simply will consider it noise. That's... We're fine with it. What pump? There is... Water pump. It is spatialized, that's at least something. We should listen to this drone thing. Hey Mike, how's it going? Nice to see you here again. This loop here seems odd.
Somebody really needs
Why is there a filter thing going on and off? Could be hard-coded into the sound, but let's hear it when it gets to the last one then, if that's still a thing. I know, this is tedious to listen to, but...
Your colony could benefit.
Man, I gotta say, it's really great here on Aven Prime. There is so much we're discovering. It's amazing.
Right, so... the start and stop loop of this building mechanic from the drones, you have this really weird phased or filter path loop that ends with a very, very hard filtered sound. So steep curve. That's fine, but it does seem like it's the same one over and over again every time we do.
On old Earth. And then I remember my in-laws, and suddenly I don't miss them anymore.
Geothermal generator.
Hey there.
Do hi? No. Individual open and close UI sounds. Fair enough. But too few variations. I can't stress that enough. I find it super annoying when there's like no difference between these UI sounds. I mean, they could have different layers and so on, but in this case, where it's just the same one opening and closing all the time, that's come on. Why does it want me to grow food? I mean, the game is made by guys in England, so let's build something with barley. Here or something.
Lightning storms are around here.
Build a farm.
Hello, Governor. I wanted to remind you that the mission objectives from my team are here only to guide you. While several of these objectives are necessary in order to complete your mission, your first priority should be the safety of your colony. As an experienced colony,
Save here and let's try and see if we can pay this thing. And pop. What do we get? Only one hover sound. This gets. I don't see why this passes as sufficient. Maybe it's just me being a. Oh, but let's try. Same. Nah. Eden Crater. That looks like a Subnautica type world, which is great because huge fan. Well, I like the game. I just found the scientific. Minor. Let's just. But like, okay, also this Vista thing here, like flying around on this building. Why is there no like Vista sound? I mean, I do get why there could. We did turn the music down, but if the music is something that this Vista relies on, why isn't it there? Mill.
Somebody really needs to fix the ration pack vending machine at my residence.
Heard these VOs quite a few. So annoying.
Sometimes I really miss my dog and my robot. And I wonder if coming
Okay, so
really
all those voices are not 2D.
Hello, Governor.
Wow. Overly happy.
pleased to meet you, Governor.
Nobody likes happy people. No. Saying hello to or.
The lightning storms on this planet.
Yeah, so Mike, earlier in the stream we were talking about that a lot of these games are mixed where it's like the mixer sits down and then takes for granted that you will play with the sound settings of default. So music and everything on top. And sometimes, not in this game in particular, when you remove the music, I have seen games where it's literally like there's silence between all the sounds because maybe the ambience is not there because whoever mixed it was assuming that there would be music. And that's just not very good.
I know they say gravity is a little lower on this planet.
Anyway, let's try and build something. Zone management. But also that winter. These don't have sounds individual. Also, I think we did play it with the music on during that Vista, and I don't think that there is a specific Vista type music, which then seems weird because there's clearly a Vista when rotating around the whole thing. I've just... We'll see. We have a construction. You should get some food. That doesn't seem like a thing. Right. Alright, so not building stuff with food. Let's build some... Yeah, actually, I haven't looked into what tools were made, but if this is Unreal 4, that's interesting. I wouldn't assume that this was an Unreal 4 project. Though it would be common for a studio of this caliber, like Team 17, to use the same engine over and over again. Maybe switch between the type of tools, but... But that makes sense. So they are using some sort of middleware. I would assume Wise then, if it's in Unreal. Not that FBot can't, but I would assume that. But that does prevent modding a lot, which I totally get because
I hope I get
this.
to go on an expedition someday.
Why is it? So we must be able to build something in area here. Auto extract. Pump. Also, it's not that I'm against modding at all, but I do sometimes find it quite weird that people make games and then not necessarily rely on the fact that people will mod it to fix the problem, but I like to play games, watch movies, and other things the way the artist who created it thought it should be experienced. I mean, sure, mods are great. There are some great mods out there for lots of things, but user-generated content shouldn't be the driving factor for anything. Oh, and now it's getting cold. Let's see. Need to try this out. When it gets cold... This wind loop seems awfully short and repetitive. Okay. Possible to build. Air filter. It's that loop is way too short, Emin. I agree. What if we were out here again? This isn't the same loop as before, but Anyway, let's go down here and see. We were discussing earlier that this drone here is awfully silent when docking and taking off. It's kind of weird because a lot of other objects seems to have sounds when they are activated and deactivated. Printing and processing. Life support module. Prometheus. Where do people live? A mill. I'm just really wondering
I know they say gravity's really low.
why we can build a mill when everything related to food seems to not be buildable. Decorations. We would need a habitat. Yeah. It does seem to work. What about... It seems like, why does it get cold when we can't build some stuff? It does sound awfully windy. Why not? What, billion of these wind turbines? Let's just try and see what happens. Now it's kind of, I mean, windy and cold, sure. We get it. It's not the most detailed of weather loops. Gotta say that. Where was all the drones? Yeah. Built. Finally.
As you recall, the Constitution guarantees your citizens the right to vote on their colony governor. It looks like that time is upon us again.
Yeah, it's funny because I was actually thinking about playing Frostpunk. One of these coming days. Check out the sound design of it, because Frostpunk is really a game that's been on my list to play for ages. Low food. Getting a quiet word.
We're concerned about the food situation in your colony. Hunger appears to be a growing problem.
Good news.
Is
Your
everything
citizens
all
seem
right
happy
down
with your
there?
performance,
Yeah,
and I
but-
think you have a good chance to win this referendum.
What do you mean? You redesigned the UI? I mean, Frostpunk was made in... Isn't it in Poland? I forgot the company that made Frostpunk, but I'm really looking forward to Frostpunk 2. But the interesting thing is that if Frostpunk is like kind of similar game to this, it would be fun to like compare them. That's every time I exit the game, it just does that. You can't. These.
I think you're on track to win this referendum. But here's the feedback I've compiled from your citizens.
Insufficient power. Okay, but we just. Yard store. Is that it?
Bad news, boss. Your citizens aren't very happy. There's a good chance you might lose the upcoming referendum.
Right, so what do we want? Food. Yeah, I'll call this that. Okay, fair enough. What do we want? Food. When do we want it now? Etc. Etc. I'm pretty sure that if it was power and other things, these things would be adaptive to that, which is kind of nice. I mean, anyway, we should crank up the music again and it's been an hour. I like these short ones. Let me check what you're saying here. Nice. Nice. We should totally check out Frostpunk then. Also maybe see if your redesign is better than the original. Anyway, guys, or girls, anyone around watching, thank you so much for watching. As always, if there's anything you want to say, yeah. Because we should totally get this over with. So. All right. You're very welcome. The music back up. Made by Lars. Good friend of mine. He works with me here at Kujo Sound. We're trying to make some music for a bunch of games. But let's give it a final go here. Aven Colony, yeah, sure. It was good. It's a good game. It has some decent moments. The UI was clean and crisp to begin with, but got super tedious after just a couple of clicks. And it felt a little weird to navigate around the UI. I mean, sure, we didn't play the game that much, but it did seem that the game was totally relying on the fact that there would be music and stuff in the game all the time. Which is kind of weird, because I think mixing should be done as a whole. Like, if you take away music, sound design should be effing spiffy. Like, up front, in your face, be real nice. Not just some added thing on top. Like, music should be crisp as well, but sound design shouldn't rely on music. Music shouldn't rely on sound design. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Aven Colony. It's free on Epic Store right now, I think. It's a nice game. I might play this some more. Let's see. We just sent out a list. If you don't know, then over on patreon.com/CujoSound. It's still free to be there, but if you support the channel, all good, of course. If you go there, there's a list of games that we've been thinking about streaming and talking about. If you have any games that you really think where we should analyze the audio, let me know. Would be nice to have you around. How it is. Thanks for watching. You all.